Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Shovel Knight. Last time, we went through the Plains of Passage, defeating our rival, Black Knight, and finding out the Enchantress has conquered this valley that we live in. We also gained 3 relics, well, technically 2 Tropical Chalices and this fishing rod, which we'll get into exact use later. We also got a lot of music sheets and a lot of achievements. It's our first episode, so of course we're gonna get that all. But today, we're gonna go through another stage. Let's watch this guy. Shovel Knight, many trials await you. Don't despair. May each defeat strengthen your resolve. Alright, well, let's head up to here before we start this episode here, to get to the Tropical Pond with the good old Tropical King. But, before we talk to him, let's go ahead and do a little bit of fishing, huh? Really relaxing, really nice. This guy just watching, it's kind of creepy with his yellow and blue eyes, but hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, we're not even looking at it, so okay. And fishing! What do you think you're doing, mortal? But you do get a music sheet for that, so, with it also apples that would heal you if you could even like come in here with damage. I think they'd heal you. Who has awakened me? Mortal, dost thou need aid? I sent a Tropical Chalice. I can fill it with magical ichor. That's pronounced ichor. Choose your ichor wisely. He has an ichor of renewal, which will refill all health and magic with 1 little drink of it. The ichor of boldness, which will make you invincible for 10 seconds. And the ichor of fortune, which will absorb nearby treasure for 60 seconds. All of these have their uses, but in my opinion, if you're having trouble, the ichor of renewal pretty much covers everything. It'll give you more magic for your relics and all your health back. The boldness can be helpful if you just have trouble with a specific section and need invincibility. And fortune has its uses as well, specifically if you die in a bit of a troublesome spot, which I can't. Basically, if you die, you drop bags of money, and if you die in an area where you can't get those bags of money back, you might need this to absorb that treasure. And also, it can make your life easier just not having to go after treasure. But in my opinion, really, you should just get ichor of renewal. But I'm going to go and grab ichor of boldness as well. Subjects, a new initiate joins us. The ceremony shall commence. Fare thee well, Shovel Knight. Return if thou hast need of my aid again. In my opinion, it does go on a bit too long, but we gained the achievement Tropical Acolyte. And let's just go and jump in the water. That's our first death. That's our first technical death. Do not sully our worlds with thy filthy body. Next time won't be so merciful. So he saves us. I think that does count as an actual death, so that's that. But let's head into the Pridemoor Keep, lair of King Knight. So the first thing you actually want to do is go left, like any Metroidvania, even though this isn't Metroidvania. But you want to head left to actually reach this sparkling spot. You can use your fishing rod here and completely miss. No, you want to get the fishing rod into the sparkling spot and pull up when the exclamation mark appears to get a fish that will give you 250 gold. You destroy this to reveal the Yacht Club Games logo. And while we're here just kind of breaking these things, also get a music sheet, by the way, for coming here. Pridemoor Keep has a fantastic music track, and it really, really builds up as we go on, and you'll definitely hear that. I'm not going to really give time to give time to listen to music like I would in something like Okami, where there's a bit of downtime where just kind of run around an area. Yeah, Pridemoor Keep has really, really good music. There's only one real level track in the game that I dislike, but we will get to that. The composer, I believe, I'm not even going to try to say it, I'm just going to have it on screen because I don't actually remember the name at the moment now. They composed 2 tracks for this game as well, the previous composer for Mega Man. So that's really, really nice, but Pridemoor Keep has fantastic music track. It also has these columns that you can actually use this to damage boost your way up there without having to platform your way around there. But actually, if we go here, I can't remember, yeah, it's more money. The money fish are definitely, in my opinion, the most helpful, because it's just straight up money. But we have these helicopter rats now. Again, can never remember the name. I don't even think I've said this. I said this first recording, but I can't remember the names of enemies and platformers well ever, except for like Mario for some reason. Probably because I've been playing it for 13, well, for as long as I can remember, honestly. But we can deflect those little projectiles this magician will shoot at us, so you get a bit of damage done and miss completely. You can also use a fishing rod to kill things like that by dropping them on them. Or dropping the fishing rod on them, I should say. So, something you can do with checkpoints in proper stages, not just the planes. You can hit them and actually break them to get some money. I'm not going to be doing this in every stage in the game, even though I usually would. This is a sort of good risk versus reward mechanic. Because if I die for something stupid, I want to be able to get to that point again fairly quickly for recording purposes. Strategy for these guys, either push them into a corner where they have no choice but to kind of defend themselves, and then you can kind of work from there, or pogo off of them and get hit. Or just like do that. That works too, apparently. These guys are going to charge at you. But yeah, those knights, I believe it's actually called gold armors. Just hit them once and then pogo up, and they'll probably defend themselves from the top. If they don't, then you get a free hit. But they'll probably defend themselves from the top after that, and at that point you can just drop down and pogo. Just do a normal hit on them. If you want to jump off the chandelier, to jump up here and get some more gold or gems. I'm going to call it gold insignia. Well, not insignia, that's what it's called. It's literally called gold, so I don't know why I'm saying like, oh, it's not called gold. Send this cut out of Shovel Knight. Send it properly, please. There we go. To be transported, much like Scooby-Doo. Shovel Knight Scooby-Doo crossover confirmed. Jump across these chandeliers to reach Chester. In this blue chest. Pull him out. In the village around the field, I have all the deals. You're not going to believe what I just found in this chest. So he will sell you a relic in each stage. If you don't buy the relic in the stage or don't find it in the stage, he will sell it at the village for an increased price. As you can see in the little thing, as I get this. You will see the price in the village, in the level, and the location and all that. So pretty much all the information you would need, along with magic use. For my favorite relic, the Flare Wand. In my opinion, this is the most versatile relic, and probably the one you probably end up using the most. I feel like that happens with this game, where you find a relic you particularly like and use it the most. That's the Flare Wand for me. Essentially, all it does is it shoots a little flaming projectile straight ahead. And it doesn't sound that useful, but it is incredibly useful. We can just shoot it there, and, well, it kind of clanked off of that. But also, we should probably just grab this for the food, because we are a little bit low on health. It's just a carrot, but it heals 1 unit of health, so it'll do. It'll do. This room always screws me up, because you don't want to break those last 2 blocks at least, because you want to have them to jump up to this ladder, to a secret area. Well, it's not like that real secret, but this guy you actually can't reflect his shots, because I'm dumb. No, because it's too low of an area. It doesn't go straight ahead. It actually arcs up and then hits him again. You can break this wall twice to get to a chest, or I'll break the wall twice. I'm not really sure how else to describe it. I don't know why they have these flags here. I don't even know what the flags really are of, but anyway, this is the room where we would have come up to from that room with all the magicians if we climbed up. By the way, I'm breaking all the checkpoints in this level for a specific reason. As we go down here, we can see that that's the room we came back from, so the magician room, so just climb up and you'll come here. But past that checkpoint, we have our first mini-boss, who actually isn't that difficult. Just stand here and you avoid his fireballs, and then just kind of run up and shovel him. He doesn't take that many hits, and he's pretty weak. Doesn't really have that many close-range defenses, I suppose. He has a little claw swipe, but that's honestly really predictable and pretty easy to avoid. So you shouldn't really die to that guy if you at least are high on health when you get to this point of stage. Jump off these rats here to get up to this area. Head right. So to another secret area. This game has tons of little secret areas like this that you might not find in your first playthrough, but we'll find on repeat playthroughs through just experimenting with what areas exist, what areas you can go to. Some areas you can go to don't have secret areas. Also, bloody hell, I fell through the thing. I don't know why I said bloody hell to that, but I was frustrated apparently. They use the flags to cover up little holes in the wall. You can break this wall over here because it has a lot of marking on it, and get a bit of gold. These blocks, I wouldn't go out of my way to hit every single block in a level at this, honestly, because they don't give a ton of gold. It's all kind of inconsequential amount. But, yeah. So we haven't used our I-cores yet. You do get an achievement for using every single I-core. I'm going to probably get that because I'm going to try to use every I-core. I'm going to try to show everything off in this game that I can. Like all armor, all weapons, and all, well, not weapons specifically, but everything that I can, which I usually don't do, honestly. I usually stick to a setup I enjoy, like really enjoy, I should say, and don't switch off of it ever, but I'll try to be a bit more dynamic, I suppose, in this playthrough. I guess that's the word. I'm not really too sure. I just want to show off everything I can for this game, as I would for every game. And I mean everything. We'll get into that with bonus episodes. Dear God. That's going to be a fun time. But that room can be a bit annoying because he's actually on, the gold arm is actually on these little big platforms. You can make this wall to the right and get some gold. Some of the walls you can make aren't exactly obvious, but you can probably figure them out, to be honest. Some of them are just kind of weird in place where you just probably go around hitting a wall and say, oh, I can break this now, cool. You can make the statues' heads for a little bit of gold, but it's honestly not that worth it. I wouldn't go out of my way for it. We get a music sheet, though, here. For being the left wall of that area through after a checkpoint, or through in checkpoint. In the same room as a checkpoint, bloody hell. And I speak words properly. I don't know. This room, you just go left, break the wall. Anyway, let's get some hard reads here and go up here. And, I'm actually going to go ahead and use our iCore of boldness. Well, it's only 10 seconds. We'll have it equipped. We'll have it equipped. Because this part of it isn't that hard. But if you actually just want to rush through areas, the iCore of boldness is really helpful. Because, say I don't want to wait for these things to go and have to bounce off this puck constantly, I can just go. I don't have to worry about waiting. I probably actually would have made that without the iCore of boldness anyway. But, hey, you can see the helpfulness it might have made if it was bad. If it was my first playthrough, let's say. Oh, I got hit, really. If it's my first playthrough, I might not have been able to time that well. Speaking of your first playthrough, I really would suggest you get this game. It is a ton of fun, and your first playthrough is going to be an absolute joy. It was for me. In fact, I did a New Game Plus immediately after and had just as much fun. Seriously, get this game. It's a fantastic game. Whatever console you can get on, get it. Anyway, break this checkpoint, and let's head to the boss now. An interloper is in our midst. Begone from our throne room, knave. I am no more than an intruder than you. You aren't the Real King. Oh, but you're mistaken. The enchantress saw me for my fabulously regal self, and now all bow before me. You are not but a decadent dandy. Prepare to taste justice. Shovel justice. Silence. So we have our first, well, let's say real boss here. Though, Shovel Knight, or rather, King Knight doesn't put up too much of a fight. To be brutally honest, he's not that difficult, especially if he uses the flare wand effectively. He has a charge attack, little like ice side special in Smash 4 and Brawl, and we've beaten him. For the achievement, get the point, and untouched. And yeah, he does have a move where he brings in little trumpets and shoots confetti, and the confetti can hurt you. We didn't get to see that, because we kind of demolished him. But with that said, I think that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight. I'll see you guys next time, when we head to the Lick Yard to take on Spectre Knight.